What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks, and welcome to another edition of FC Bayern München Talk. We're here, and we're here to talk about Leonard, Karl, and Kingsley Coman. And I think other news came out as well. I think there was one out on Nkunku too. So we will talk about that. But hey, for the first time in a while, happy face. Do you want to know happy face? Because at least we didn't get rid of a youngster. Yeah, it looks like one winger. Even though bid got rejected, I will read that news. And it is legit, by the way. Coming from a Saudi source, legit. I do still think there's a chance of him going. So, yeah, let's see. Let's see how things pan out. But listen, guys, you already know what to do. Subscribe. Press the alarm bell for future content notifications. Like, comment your way. Go check socials, inshallah, you're well, wherever you may be. Now I say we get started. Bear with me, man. This sickness, oh my God. Just when you think it's going away, it is not going away. It is not going away. Yeah, that is what it is. But this is the first thing I want to talk about. Big up Nassr saying, big boy Karl rejected Real Madrid, and I was even linked to them clubs. Or are you just saying this to take the piss? Clearly, you're saying this to take the piss, right? Surely. You have to be saying this for banter's sake. But anyway, because I don't think he was linked out anyway. I really don't think he was linked out. But anyway, Leonard, Karl, and Wisdom Mike, happy days, have signed new contracts at FC Bayern. Nice. And that's them right here. Oh, yeah, we don't want to see that. Right here. By the way, not like I am a fan of this kit, but I actually might have to buy myself one for content reasons, like thumbnails, etc. And I might use it for Bayern games. But my God, is this... I mean, it's better than what I thought, but still shit. Like, the bar is so low. But anyway, Wisdom Mike, Leonard, Karl, Bayern player, happy days. Now, I know Karl will be part of the first team. Will he be a part of the first team? Or is he just going back to the youth? I'm pretty sure he's going back to Bayern 2, like the B team or something. Like, I'm pretty sure he's going to the youth. Anyways, let's see what Max Arbil says on this. Despite our hunger for success, we want to continue to promote our talents from the Bayern campus. Now he wants to promote them. Now, بعد ايش حبيبي بعد ايش? It took you guys a fucking while. Yeah, but you got there for once in your life. So you know what? I mean, I really shouldn't be cutting you some slack, but for this case, I will cut you some slack. We want to continuously introduce Leonard, Karl, and Wisdom Mike to the professional team with our support. They should give their all every day because we want to have more homegrown talent in our first team alongside Jamal Musiala and Alexander Pavlovich. Which, by the way, Pavlovich is I forgot. I always forget to mention. Like this eye socket injury, I hope he recovers. But after that, I beg to God, I don't need another injury out of this guy. I beg. This is why I don't want to rely on this kid. But I hope to God he recovers, and I hope he gets back to his best. Big up to you, TK, my brother. Big up to you, G. Well, I don't know why I can't even speak. And Josip Stanisic. Yep, Stanisic come from the academy. They went on loan to win a Bundesliga and came back to win the Bundesliga. Interesting. Both learned early on what this club means, FC Bayern campus. We're looking forward to their next steps. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Answer, I'll read these other news later, brother. I'll read these other news later. But you know what? Is there anything? Oh, and then he has his. Oh, so he's taking Jamal Musiala's shirt. Interesting. Very interesting. So what? Anyone that gets promoted now, they're just gonna take 42 off the other guy. To be honest, I don't mind it. However, I don't think it really made a difference because the guy was wearing 46. Like, I don't think it really made a difference, but cool. And then what's this? Oh yeah, his agent is Michael Ballack. For those who don't know. Not like he was really legendary at Bayern. Don't get it twisted. I mean, the guy done more at Chelsea Football Club, if I'm not mistaken. But and listen, Ballack, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's all I'll say. And now we'll get to this in a bit. Now here's the thing with Leonard Karl, guys. Here's the thing. See this Leonard Karl, brother. This Leonard Karl, brother. I'm telling you guys right now, what needs to happen with this kid is he needs to be playing more minutes than you guys think. And I'm going to tell you why. We have Jamal Musiala out. Yeah, we have Jamal Musiala out. We now know Karl is going to be a part of the squad. We know Michael Olise can play as part of the 10, and we saw how good he played as the 10 yesterday. I know it's a friendly against Spurs. I don't care. We know how good Olise is regardless. If Kompany was a smart guy, and I know he won't do this because he'll rely on Gnabry as a 10. If Coman stays, which we'll talk about him later, he'll probably start on one of the wings. He'll probably do that. But if it was up to me, over time, as Karl starts to outperform Comans and the Gnabrys of the world, I actually think Karl plays on the right, Olise in the middle, Diaz on the left, and you obviously have Kane up top. That's if we don't get like the likes of Valtamada or Nkunku, whatever. Why not? What a way to make an impact at FC Bayern München, and what a way to, have a place into that team. Boom, bosh. Karl playing. Don't you guys think? Could you imagine the way Leonard Karl plays? He likes to, make things happen. He likes to beat his man. He likes to link up with his teammates. He likes to, take a first-time shot on goal. You see that goal he scored yesterday? Wallahi, you see, this is what I wish a lot of our wingers do, but they don't do. You see that first-time shot he took? Yeah, it shows urgency. You see that first-time shot he took? Santos, he gave him the pass across. Boom, posh, top bin. Not top bins, but he placed it in the left corner, basically. Left side. Keeper can't save it, Vicario. Brilliant. I want somebody that has balls of steel to do that shit. To shoot. You don't need to do this touch and then you lose the ball. Man, shoot. Shoot. That's what we were dealing with bozos like Zane. We deal with Coman and Gnabry. They take the touch, they lose the ball. Yeah, Ammi, shoot. Obviously, sometimes you need to touch the ball. I'm not acting like every single time do that. No, but there are instances when you just go for the shot. Because when you go for the shot, the keeper don't predict that shit. They don't predict it at all. So when they don't predict it at all, the likelihood of you scoring if you hit it on target is higher. That's the trick that they don't get. I just think they need to do that more often. If we play Karl, I think he does it more often. Just by the way, I just saw him play the other day. And by the way, anyone that's watched me, whether it's here, whether it's on the Bayern View, which I don't do anymore, yeah. But like, basically, anyone that's watched me there will know that I've always said I was not the biggest like guy for Karl. I was not really moved with Karl when I heard about him in the academy, because I was looking a lot into the idea that, I'm the type of guy that sometimes what you say can say a lot about you, and when I heard that Leonard Karl was saying that his idol is Martin fucking Odegaard, I'm like, ugh. So you're doing this good, but you're talking about Odegaard. I fear that you're gonna end up like Odegaard in the first team. But to be honest, I don't think so anymore. And the reason why I don't think so anymore is just because of the little things I see about him. He shows bravery. He wants to be involved into the game. The other fucker doesn't want to be involved in the game, and that's why the guy needs to wake the fuck up at the other club, Arsenal. Like, it's just, come on, man. Well, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? So it's just, yeah, it's one of them ones for me in which I just feel like Leonard Karl needs to be used more in the first team this coming season. I know he's young. I don't want to rush him into anything. But all I'm saying is, don't use him as a bench warmer 24/7. Like, hell, you see the DFB Pokal games? Start him. DFB Pokal game, I want him starting. You start him in DFB Pokal, and now boom. Hey, by the way, Charlie is a Tottenham fan. He'll tell you how good Leonard Karl was yesterday. How are you doing, Charlie, brother? Now, big up to you, bro. Big up to you, my guy. Big up to you. Big up to you. I actually think he could if he gets used more often. If he gets used more often, why not? Bro, that kid was absolutely balling out when he come off the bench. When he come off that bench, oh my days, bro. The guy was a menace. He was a menace, bro. The guy was beating his man, looking up, instinct reactions, brother. You get me? That's what he was doing. And that's why I'm glad he's staying. If we keep this kid now, which we are, he signed a new deal. He's going to be part of the first team, announced. Khalas, alhamdulillah. Yeah? Now, if we actually use him more often, and that's now on company, he has to use him more often. I think we got a player on our hands. No joke, we got a player on our hands. Now, obviously, ease him in. Don't actually force him in. However, eventually, we know a Coman and Gnabry will not perform. Play Leonard Karl. Honestly, like I'm seeing guys like bro, I'm seeing comments like this being made. I should be making the same comments about fucking Leonard Karl, but I need to calma. Yeah, well, where was it? Where was it? Now, don't go anywhere. This guy ain't going anywhere, bro. Where is it? Iowa. Yeah, I should be making the same statements about Leonard Karl.
Every single one of you in the chat, cry more. Don't ever disrespect Rio Gomoha's legacy. Don't ever disrespect that guy. Put that Madrid right back. Put that Milan right back in a spliff. I told man about Rio Gomoa. They tried to laugh at me. Rio Gomoa is better than Lamine Yamal. I'm telling you all right now. Rio Gomoa is better than Lamine Yamal. Hold that, Barcelona fans. Hold that, Barcelona fans.
Okay, on a real though, I'm not actually going to go that far. However, and I know he's joking too, by the way. Don't take him too seriously. However, I will say this though. Why can't he be one of the best if he gets used more often? That's the point. You guys put the youth team on and still destroyed us. We look terrible going into the season on our board. Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah, you guys looked like you had no ideas. By the way, that Jets fans, brother. Listen, that guy got spun by Karl, bro. You see that Jets fan guy? Finished. That guy's finished. Bro, send that guy. Where was he? He was in some French team, wasn't he? Go send him back to France, bro. Send him back to France. That was despicable. You see that behavior from Jet Spence, Charlie, bro? Absolutely pathetic. Send him back to France. Madness. Although, and by the way, that Romero guy, put that fries in the bag, bro. I've been telling man about this Romero brother. He's overrated. Also, what happened to Mickey Mouse, bro? Mickey Mouse Van de Ven, bro, clubhouse, bro. He got sent to the clubhouse, if anything, by Harold Kane, bro. Crazy. No, but I actually still rate Van de Ven, and Porro going forward, not really defensively. The other two brothers in the defense there, bro. Even Romero, I think I don't know how people think Romero is one of the top defenders in the Premier League. He's shit. He's genuinely fucking shit. Like I never understood it. It's okay, bro. Kim Min-jae. You can have Kim Min-jae, but maybe he replaces Romero. I don't know. Hey, listen, hey, facts. Where is my delivery? Maybe I need to contact Amazon, bro. Where is the ball delivery? That ball's still in the air, bro. Nah, man. Romero is just another butcher. He's just another butcher in the Prem, bro. Yeah, that's all he is. He's shit. World Cup winner. Brother, Otamendi was better than him. How shame. Romero's shit. Otamendi is not even that good anymore, and he was better than him. Have shame. Come on now. Let's not do this. Romero was like a passenger there, bro. Bro, he was so shit, he ended up being subbed off against Saudi. That says enough for me. Yeah? Hold up. This is Romero.
You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished.
You know what club Romero suits? He suits Atletico Madrid. Any other club? Nah. Thanks for coming. By the way, Upa looks suspect, though. By the way, Bayern fans, I'm sorry. I rather play Jonathan Tah at the moment than Upamecano. This Upamecano hype needs to... Nah, brother. You see this Upamecano, brother? He'll have some good moments, yeah? And then he'll have some bozo-ass moments. Yesterday, Wallah al-Azim, if it wasn't for Richarlison, Upamecano would have looked like a fraud. But because Richarlison is a fraud himself, Upa looked okay. Nobody wants to talk about this guy. Nobody wants to talk about this, but it's okay. It's okay. Only real ones see through this shit. Only real ones. Bro, you see people like me and Lewis, we see through the bullshit. We see through it. It's okay, bro. Listen, Upamecano, I hope he does good. And I still think he should start right now. However, I would not be shocked if the difference between us winning a Champions League and not is Upamecano. Bro, you know what Upamecano reminds me of? Upamecano reminds me of Barcelona's case with Araujo. Good defender, however, suspect when it matters most. Tell me what I'm like. It's not an illness. The illness is his fucking appraisal, bro. See the praising you man give him. That's the illness. He's not as good as you. Bro, I'm hearing from people that this fucker is the best French defender. No, he's not. What? Wait. So what? Because Deschamps play him. Oh my God. Bro, Deschamps is a fraud as well. No wonder France don't win fuck all. All right. If Upa wins if Upa is involved in our Champions League winning team, I will say I was wrong all along. Until then, nah. He's suspect. He's suspect, bro. Bro, Upamecano is a confidence defender. That's all he is. Oh my God. This is, you know what? You see, this is why Jester calls you a wrestling mark. It applies in footballing mark too. Because you look at what Deschamps has done and you're like, okay, cool. Yeah. Now Upa's the best. Shut up, man. Come on, what are we doing here, Ansar? Richarlison is one of the worst players to ever play for my club. Spurs historically always have good strikers, and now look. Yeah, bro, you were better off having Solanke. You were better off having Solanke, Charlie. It's ridiculous. Yeah, facts, man. Smash the likes. I don't even like using the word smash up the likes, but yeah, smash up the likes, people. Smash up the likes. You know what, though? Speaking of French people, I say we move on to Kingsley Coman, guys. Apparently, there was a decent amount of news regarding to this individual. Now, the first one I want to talk about is apparently there was a bid being made from Nassr. Now, obviously, as every single one of you know, I've been saying this for time. And Nassr have been looking for left wingers. Even though they have Sadio Mane, they need another one. And I think Ronaldo has been looking for one himself. I mean, they tried going for Martinelli. They've been trying to go for Luis Diaz. Who else did they try going for? They tried going for somebody else too. I can't remember. The point is they've been trying to go for left wingers. And they've been, I think Vinny is another one. But I think that's more Al-Ahli. The point is, none of them worked out. Now, it looks like Kingsley Coman's on the list. And guess what? This is the news. From Al-Riyadiyya, which, by the way, is the only reliable source. Well, I need to follow. It's the only reliable source in Saudi. Otherwise, don't believe anybody else. So, yeah, that's why it's pretty big, especially as a Saudi citizen. You know, reading Bayern news from Riyadiyya is crazy, but it is what it is. Bayern have rejected the initial bid by Al-Nassr, worth 22 million for Kingsley Coman. By the way, you see these Nassr, bro. Hierro, because by the way, Hierro is their director. Hierro, brother, I need you to go add more money. We want you to pay more money. Yeah, I know you can pay more money. Yeah, pay more money for Kingsley Coman. You want Kingsley Coman? I will give you Kingsley Coman if you pay more money. 22 million. You know what? I actually agree with Bayern in this case for being stingy. Because to be honest, we can actually get more money out of this guy. So, listen, Hierro, pay the money. Yeah, no more stingy. Jorge Jesus, you want this player because you wanted him at Al Hilal last summer. Now all of a sudden it's a Nassr because you're there. I see how it works. Go pay up the money to Bayern München, and then we will give you Kingsley Coman, and we're good. Brother, we're talking about Saudi clubs, right? That's why I was saying Al Hilal done well to make it 53 plus add-ons, because guess what? We are a Saudi club. Same case with Al Nassr. They are a Saudi club. 40 million. 40 million, and he is all yours. 40 million. 40 million, and Kingsley Coman is all yours. يلا ادفعوا المصارف. يلا تعالوا ادفعوا المصارف وبنعطيك اللاعب. جامد، مرة جامد تراه. يقدر يلعب كورة، يقدر يتسدد الكورة، يقدر يتسجل أهداف، مساهمات، كل شيء اللي تبغاه منه يقدر يسويه. ترى يقدر يساعد كريستيانو رونالدو. ممكن ما يضيع فرص، يعني يمكن إذا يسدل الكورة، ما أدري إذا بيرسلها من الرياض الطايف ولا الرياض الأبها، ما أدري، بس يعني جربوا يمكن يناسبك تراه. يا جربوا خلينا نشوف إذا يقدر يلعب. Top selling from me. Anyway, top selling from me in my own language. Anyway, we move. Big up to Aziz. But anyway, negotiations are still ongoing between the clubs. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Champions League final score. Yeah, hey, listen. That's not a bad point. But however, Ansar, I have to admit, his stocks has fallen so much. I wouldn't say after the Champions League final. I would say 2 seasons after it. 2 to 3 seasons after that Champions League final. في الأرض. Fell to the ground. So, unfortunately, 55, it would be low. To be fair, though, if Darwin Núñez is going for 53 million, we realistically should be asking for 60 or more. So, you know what, Ansar? Valid. But I'm being nice. I'm being nice because I actually want to get rid of Kingsley Coman. 40 million. 40 مليون وبنعطيك إياه. 40 million, we will give you the player. No problem. I just want him gone, but I want a little bit more money than 22. هذه حرامية. Come on, man. Pay more money. Anyway, negotiations are still ongoing between the clubs. Okay, see, this is why I'm positive. Because it's ongoing. And the Saudi clubs, if they want deals to be done, they can get it done. However, Nassr this window, they've been moving weird because they struggle to get a left winger, but then they're able to get Joao Felix because Chelsea can sell a player though. And then they got Inigo Martinez out of nowhere because Barcelona are fraudulent. So, and for free because there's a clause there. So Nassr took advantage. How is there a clause, by the way, for Inigo? That is crazy shit, by the way. Can we talk about that? That is absolutely crazy work. I'm sorry, that is mad. Man told me there's a clause, bro. Are you mad? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Wallahi. Man told me there's some clause in there, bro. Who would have thought? But hey, that's how we do things around here, man. That's how you do things around here, bro. You know what I mean? We have that much reputation now. Man, them are doing clauses about joining Saudi clubs for crazy. Harry Kane on favorite to win the Ballon d'Or. Maybe one of the PSG players. Maybe Dembele. Oh yeah, I saw this. It was one of the videos on the Bayern thingy. I've seen this. To be honest, when I saw that, I actually thought Harry Kane is being realistic. So you know what, Harold? Fair enough. He's just being a typical humble guy. W Harry Kane. Now it'd be nicer if you were more cutthroat in the football pitch. How about that? Anyway, let's read this. Kingsley Coman has yet to decide whether he wants to move to Saudi Arabia. He's considering it just as he did a year ago. Back then, Coman rejected the move partly because Vincent Kompany's high opinion of him. For the Belgian coach, Coman still plays an important role in his play. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if he plays a big role in Megamind. If he plays a big role in Megamind's plans, bro. I wouldn't be shocked. I have a question for you guys. Do you think this potential sale is more to do with Bayern trying to manage the wage structure? Because if Kompany is still high, very high on him. Pause, by the way, that sounds crazy. Thinking people will think I'm saying he's high on drugs. No, I mean he thinks of him very highly. Like, do you think that Erbil and them man actually want to sell him? I'm not gonna lie. This screams to me that the board are low-key considering to sell him. I think they saw that friendly and they're like, yeah, we need to consider. I hope that's the case. Oh my days. You know what? I don't mind this at all. Bayern would like up to 50 million for Kingsley Coman. Hey, listen, it's a Nassr, so I'm okay with this. You give me 50 million, I'm okay with this. Kingsley Coman, تفضل بحلالك حبيبي بحلالك أعطيك Kingsley Coman تفضل. I give you Kingsley Coman, Nassr. I'll give it to you, right? I will literally pick Kingsley Coman from Matar Malik Khalid. I will pick him up from there. I will pick him up from the King Khalid International Airport in Riyadh, and I will literally drop him to the Al Nassr training facilities. I will make sure that happens if this is the offer. Make it happen. Listen, I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it. I'm telling you, man. I hope that they actually execute this. Honest to God, man. I hope they execute it. If they can execute this, then now we're speaking my language here. Make it happen, man. Make it happen. I don't give a fuck. If Darwin Núñez can go for 3 million to my Saudi club, realistically, I should be asking more for Kingsley Coman because I actually think Kingsley Coman is better than Darwin Núñez. But even though they play different positions, but you get the point. Done more for Bayern than Núñez ever done for Liverpool. But come on, man. We're out here taking 22 million? Come on, man. Nah, man. Nah. Bayern, this is where I agree that let's say if Coman stayed and it's only because they don't want to offer more than 22 or 30 mil, whatever, I respect it. I can't lie. That is معلش حرامية. والله العظيم هذه قليل مو قليل حياة. Actually, you know, قليل حياة. Lots of life, bro. Yeah, قليل أدب. is what we really call it. It's actually insinuating lack of respect. هذه قليل أدب. 22 million. Man said 22 mil. Are you mad? No. Pay up. Pay up. Pay up. ادفع. يلا ادفع مصارفك. ادفع فلوسك حبيبي. يلا ادفع. بلا كلام فاضي. Pay the money. Yeah, we're here for this. حبيبي, these guys think we're working at Haraj. These man, they know what Haraj is. They think we're working at Haraj, bro. Yeah? Like, it's our version of Timo, bro. They think we're working at Haraj. لا حبيبي. ترى we're working in شو اسمه football transfer window يا حبيبي. ترى احنا عندنا reputation here. We have a reputation. The reputation we have, we spend مصارف. Obviously not being stupid to the next level. بس يعني 50 مليون يعني it's not really غباء. You know, Nassr, it's not really غباء paying 50 million. Would have been غباء paying maybe 70 مليون, 80 مليون, 90 مليون. You know, 100 مليون. You know, it would be dumber to do that. بس يعني, come on, man. اسمع, ادفع. I hope this is, listen, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than that. بس ادفع. I mean, you would be short on the wings if you said, bro, do you think I give a fuck? I mean, we just extended Wisdom Mike. Maybe bring him up into the first team. Who knows? Have you ever thought of that? I think it's time, bro. You know what? We may be short on the wings, and I don't want to rely on youngsters too much, but if it's Wisdom Mike and Leonard, Karl, and maybe Kusiasari too, why not? If it's these three guys, why not? Fuck it. Obviously, don't start them, but like, you know what I mean? Yeah, we have Nabri too. Or we get a loan like, I mean, to be honest, Chiesa on loan, but he's injury prone, bro. Or we can get, Nkunku's more likely to play 10 though. That's the thing. It'll be very interesting to see what we do. But like, here's the thing. I still think our squad is short. Like Aziz is correct. Our squad is very short. But I think we need to use this as an opportunity to like get some players from within. And the players that we have within was the Mike, Leonard, Karl, Kusiasare. I think it's time. If we get rid of Coman, we've been putting ourselves in a situation in which we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do that, man. And the thing is with Wisdom Mike, he's very young, bro. That's the thing. He's too young. But at the same time, done it. Going to have to take that risk. You know? But yeah, that's what I would say in regards to that. Listen, if we can get rid of Kingsley Coman, and I think it's a possibility now, especially now that he's considering it, and the club's considering it. Bro, khalas, he moved. Incense, he moved on loan. Incense. Forget about this guy. He moved. I would love to have him, but he moved. Incense. Forget that Zaragoza exists, unfortunately. But I agree, we should have kept Zaragoza. This board is backwards, bro. This board is fucking backwards. But yeah, you know what? Since we're here, let's talk about this. Actually, before I talk about this, there's one more thing I want to talk about quickly. I'm going to scroll to find this. But I swear to God, I hope that this doesn't happen. And if it actually does happen, I am not going to be a happy man. But you know what? At the same time, it's starting to add up a little bit to why we're looking at him. I'm not going to lie. It's starting to add up to why we're looking at him. If you think about it, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm not going to be a happy man, but it's starting to add up now that the Coman news is out here. Where was it? I saw this news somewhere. It was during the watch along that the whole news came out. Let's just take this one. Okay? Nico Jackson. You see Nico Jackson, it's Nico Jackson, brother. I didn't talk about him, and I was gonna talk about him in the morning, but I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna sleep because I'm not feeling the best at the moment. Here's the thing. You see this brother. And now I see that the Coman news is out. It makes sense why we're going in for him, because I feel like they're going to use him as a backup, either striker or a left-wing option. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. If we do get him. But let's read this. There were calls from Bayern and from Italian clubs for Nicolas Jackson, but the most likely destination Premier League, Newcastle and Tottenham. If Richarlison leave, are interested. There you go. You think we get him, Ansar? Interesting. Thing is, I think Nico Jackson is one of them players that if he hasn't left Chelsea yet, we will push in for him. I think we will. And I think it will only happen as well if Kingsley Coman was to go. If Kingsley Coman was to go now I do think that Nicolas Jackson will be that target, because he is somebody that can play off the left. He is somebody that can be explosive, you know, especially when it comes to trying to breaking down low blocks. He has pace in transition. He has all of that in his disposal. The one thing he doesn't have, and this is why I don't want him, finishing. But then again, to be fair, I'm not looking for somebody that can score 24/7, because I'm expecting that a bit more from Diaz. But let's say if Diaz doesn't, then you have Nico Jackson, hopefully. But the problem is, I don't think Nico Jackson should join, because if he joins, first of all, he's very reckless off the ball. He's very reckless off the ball, and that means he can get us a red card in moments we don't need it. And I feel like, let's say if Diaz doesn't perform, or somebody doesn't perform, we bring him, or Kane's injured and we're having to rely on him to be the guy that, you know, tries to score us goals. Because, by the way, regardless of what I say about Harry Kane dropping deep, Kane will still score goals. But I just feel like he would score more if he stayed more in the middle, right? So it's just one of those things for me. Like, Nicolas Jackson, I feel like he's going to be one of those options that's going to be very frustrating coming off the bench, or like if someone's injured and we have to rely on him, it's going to be very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Which is why I think we're better off, even though he's Mr. Hospital Boy. Yeah, we're better off for going after Nkunku. We are better off going for Nkunku. Now, I don't want to go for Nkunku. I would rather still Voltemada. But this board doesn't want to push for Voltemada because they want to act like big Bayern. Yeah, fine, whatever. So here's this news from Ben Jacobs and whoever this is. I don't think this is I think this is just some Chelsea source, just like this one, for Bayern. After signing Luis Diaz for the left wing, Bayern are still looking for a central attacker, and Christopher Nkunku is on their radar. When Bayern were looking at Nkunku in January, Chelsea were asking for £60 million. Also, they wanted €70 million. Yeah, fuck. Bayern's valuation was closer to £40 million. Man United are no longer in the race for Nkunku, but Bayern could be back for him. Again, guys, I told you, if we don't get Voltemada, we get Nkunku. I'm telling you, I think by the end of this transfer window, because Nkunku will have no club, Chelsea will want to get rid of him. We're going to be desperate for somebody, and Nkunku's the guy available. I think we go for Nkunku. I don't think we're going for Voltemada. I would love to say that we go for Voltemada, but Voltemada doesn't look like he's going to force the move. Like, he and his agent want the move. They want to join FC Bayern München. But Bayern München are playing this patient game. And when you play this patient game, it only works if the player actually wants to commit. But does Voltemada look like he wants to commit? No, he does not. He's trying to be very respectful with Stuttgart right now. And he doesn't look, by the way, I'm going to tell you something. I've seen images and clips of him signing autographs for fans for Stuttgart in his training. He doesn't look happy. He looks like he wants to fuck off from that club. The problem is, though, he can't leave because VfB Stuttgart are staying firm. And you know what? Fuck German clubs in general, right? Other than Bayern München. However, and even the Bayern board, certain things that it is what it is. But I love the club. Yeah, I supported it for like over 10 years now. No point changing it. To be honest, there are certain things that the club stands for back in the day, which was winning, this. I want that club back. Yeah. However, I will tell you this. One thing I respect about Stuttgart, even Leverkusen with the Wirtz thing, I have to admit, they stayed firm with what they wanted. They did not move like a selling club. You see, when you move like a selling club, now it's on you that Bayern are moving successfully in the Bundesliga. Yeah? So the fact that they didn't do that, I mean, Stuttgart still hasn't, but if they end up doing it, now, different conversation. But Leverkusen haven't done that. They even had a policy. So fair enough. Fuck Leverkusen, though. Their fans chat shit. Yeah. They think they're all high and mighty after that invincible. Leverkusen are the German version of Arsenal Football Club. That's what they are. Yeah, so fuck Leverkusen regardless. But yeah, man. It's just one of them things, really, that they're moving strong. And this is why, unless we put ourselves in a better position, we're going to have to basically adapt. We have to adapt, is what I'm trying to say. And you know what? I have to admit, moving like a big club nowadays is not really the same as moving like a big club back in the day. Because back in the day, moving like a big club is basically you had top scouting. You were able to get whoever the hell you want, right, for a good enough value and all that shit. Nowadays, you can't get who you want for a good enough value. So nowadays, to move like a big club, and I know football banter, there's this whole thing of trolling somebody for saying, ha, 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 you paid so much money for that guy. He's not worth that. Unfortunately, guys, the market has been inflated. The market's been inflated. So what do you do when the market's inflated? You have to pay the big money for the guys that you want, even if he's not worth the money. It's just how it is, man. Look at Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, look at Liverpool Football Club. Do any of you actually believe Ekitike is worth 95 million? Yalla, is he worth 95 million? Tell me right now, is he worth 95 million? I dare you to tell me in the chat he's worth 95 million. Yalla, tell me. If he's worth 95 million for you, you're crazy. But guess what? That's what it takes to win. Spend the big bucks. Yes, Ansar, they paid 95 million. I think it was pounds. Was it pounds or euros? No, I think euros. Can't be pounds. Surely can't be pounds. But imagine, they paid 95 million to get Ekitike. Is he worth fucking 95 million? No, he's not. But guess what? They did what they had to do so they can compete. I actually would fault clubs more if they don't spend money. That's why I like trolling Arsenal, because they don't spend money. That's why I criticize my club, because we don't like spending money. If you have money, spend it. You didn't have. You tried putting Newcastle in a situation. You tried showing that you're a big Liverpool Football Club. You spend the money. Aziz, I am not faulting you for it. If anything, I'm praising you for it. I'm praising you for adapting to how the market is today. Because back then, you weren't doing this. Now you are. Maybe you won't spend next summer, but at least you're building something for the long run. Fahamt? Like, you have to spend big at times to get the players that you want. Even Isak, same concept. You have to pay to get... Bro, Luis Diaz, do I think he's worth 75 million? Do I think we overpaid? Yes, I think we overpaid. But the only reason why I'm upset with Luis Diaz transfer is because I think we could have overpaid a bit more for Rodrigo. Not the fact that we overpaid for Rodrigo like a lot of fans say. But I think Luis Diaz is a good player. I've always said this. I've always said Luis Diaz is a good player. I just think his end product is not as good as Rodrigo's. And we need someone that has very good end product if we're going to compete in the highest of levels again. Yeah, see, plus add-on, so it goes up to 100 million something pounds. Or sorry, euros, F1. Sorry, I keep on mixing up euros and pound. Like, guys, come on. We have to start spending money. I'm not even asking to spend 100 million. All I'm asking is you have to overpay for some players. And with Voltemada, 65 million is not an overpay as much as you guys think. Wallahi, it's not as much of an overpay. That's why I'm very critical with this club. I would take Nusa. I think Nusa is a very good footballer, bro. Nusa is a baller, bro. I would take him. He would be a good option. But the problem is, Nusa plays on the right, doesn't he? He plays on the right. We have Leonard, Karl, and Olise. So, where would he play? Maybe we try him on the left, but because he's used to playing on the right. He plays on the left. Does he play on the left or on the right? Oh, no, he plays on the left. You are right. Actually, Nusa wouldn't be a bad option. So, Amaba. So, he plays on the left. Fair enough. Thing is, I remember seeing him play on the right. He didn't play on the... Wow. Okay, then. Zubda, he plays on the left. He's a very good player, yeah? I actually think he has good technique. His own product can be a bit better, though. I have to admit. He moves a bit like Brian O'Gittins. He moves a bit like Brian O'Gittins. They have technique. You know what I mean? They're raw talent. But, like, they need to work on their end product, personally. You know what I mean? So, Nusa would be a good option as a backup. But then again, you would have to try to... But then we have Luis Diaz, so we don't really need to rely on him to start every single time. But then when he gets injured, it's my worry. See, I have to worry about when the player gets injured. And remember, guys, Luis Diaz in the debut game, he had a knock on his knee. So... yeah, it's a bit of an iffy one, man. It's a bit of an iffy one. It really is. So, yeah, man. Let's see how things pan out. Man. I want to see how it pans out. But, guys, listen. Is there anything else we can talk about? Is there really anything else we can talk about? Let's see. I don't think there's anything else we can talk about, is there? Oh, yeah, we can talk about them, yes. Guys, because I didn't do a match reaction, I actually want to talk about this guy. This is another reason why we need a 10. You see this Paul Vanner kid? This is why we need a 10. This guy put the fries in the bag. I'm sorry, he's not that guy, pal. He's not that guy, pal. He ain't that guy. That kid, you want to loan him out, you want to sell him, be my guest. He's not that guy. He's not it. The guy shies out from the game. I can't be relying on a kid that shies out from the game. See Leonard, Karl? You see Wisdom Mike? You see Kusiasari? They don't shy out from games. This kid shies out from games. You can't be having that, especially from a 10. I'm sorry. He's not good enough. Not good enough for FC Bayern München. We need better. We generally need better. We need guys that's more electric. We need guys that's more creative. We need guys that's more involved in the game. He is not that guy. Tell me what did he do in the Tottenham game and even the Lyon game when he played. Tell me what did he do. I'll wait. If you could tell me anything that he's done, then I'll be willing to hear you out. Tell me what he's done in the game. I'll wait. Because all I saw is he at times he takes the ball, loses it. Doesn't even drop back as much. So there you go. Oh, is that new breaking news, Ansar? Where do you get this news from? I'm Yes and Mia. I don't see this. Where are you seeing this from? Mercato? Let's go to Mercato. Let's go to Mercato. Although I wouldn't rely on that news, Ansar. I wouldn't rely on Mercato. Oh, let's see if it's Santiaona. Maybe if it's Santiaona, maybe I'll hear it. Because Santiaona, when it comes to Saudi Pro League news, has not been very bad, to be fair. Bayern Munich asked 30 million to Nassr for Coman. 30 million? I don't know how true that is, but... Oh, maybe it's Mercato Bayern. Do you follow this Mercato Bayern guy? Maybe it's this Mercato Bayern guy. Maybe it's him. Bayern Munich wants King until they have a replacement ready. Yeah, and I think that replacement is Nico Jackson, if that's the case. Let me follow this Mercato guy. Maybe I can get something out of this. But I don't see anything about Kingsley. All I saw about Kingsley Coman is the replacement thing. That's all I see. See, I'm here, Answer. Look, I'm here. Look, I'm here. So if I scroll down, so I see FC Bayern München won't sell Kingsley Coman until they have a replacement ready. Xavi Simons, okay, I see this. الرياضية. Follow. Actually, let's see if there's news from الرياضية. تعالوا. We're gonna go check الرياضية. هنشوف. أي خبر عن كينزي كومان. تعال. الرياضية. There's news on Inzaghi. Hold up. تعالوا. كلاسيكو الهلال والاتحاد في جودة كذا. Okay. I don't see anything about Kingsley Coman at the moment. Okay. حاجة نادي الأهلي مع محمد عبد الرحمن. Okay. الأهلي. It's all الأهلي stuff. مسعد الجوير. Yeah, مسعد الجوير joining. That's sad, man. Is there anything else here? 1000 ريال بعد مين هذا الهلال؟ اوكي. الهلال يا اخي خلاص ودي خبر عن كينزلي كومان يعني ما في خبر عن كينزلي كومان. انزو ميلوت. انزو ميلوت والاهلي. By the way, Enzo Milot's going to الاهلي. That's a good move for them. Yeah, bro. Mad. Anyway. Interesting. But let's go back to this Mercato thing. See, I don't see anything. Look, Answer. See, I don't see anything. I don't know what you're on about. Where is the news? Like, this is one thing. And then, but Answer, I wouldn't look too much into it. Oh. He said, nice call. Yeah, I can tell that this is not... I wouldn't look too much into it. Answer, I wouldn't look too much into this. I would not look too much into this, bro. If I'm being really quite frank and honest with you, bro. Don't look too much into this, bro. Look into Amia Sanmia, الرياضية. Look into those. Did Plattenberg say anything? Yeah, enough extensions. Wisdom Mike is 16 years old. Shit. Hey, big up to Wisdom Mike, though. My guy, bro. Hey, listen, future baller, bro. Hope we don't sell him. If we sell this kid and we sell Karl, I'm gonna lose it, bro. I'm gonna lose it, guys. You know what? Let's see what this shit is about. Who wants to read? Who wants to see what this shit is all about? Damn, Kolo Muani at Newcastle. I don't think that's a bad move. But anyway, especially with the situation that they're in. But Max Erbel's standing within the club has improved over the course of the transfer window. That the supervisory board sees he is diligent, working hard, and making an effort. Making an effort in what though? What's his efforts? I want to know what his efforts are. As FC Bayern's board member for sport, Erbel is always under scrutiny, but at least the critical voices have become quieter recently. So basically what I'm hearing is that the supervisory board.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
They stink. Not this guy. These guys stink. Oh my God. Why we keep... Bro, what has he done? All he's done, he's sold our better players for financial reasons and get worse ones and add money onto them. Or he don't even want to pay up money for the better players. He's backwards. He's fucking backwards. Honestly, what has he done? Like, I want to know. Like, yeah, he's done a few things properly. Cool. But for the most part, he's done fuck all for our standards. He needs to fuck right off, personally. This Max Erbel guy, I don't know what goes through his brain. I don't know what goes through Uli Hunnes' brain either. He needs to walk. Yeah, I know Itakura joining. That's a good move for Ajax, by the way. I told Michael about him. He's very quick, physical. He's a good center back for them. I'm telling you right now. Don't be shocked if Itakura starts showing, good performances in the Eredivisie, and now interest is being gained. By big clubs. I actually think he's one of them Japanese defenders that can gain a lot of interest. I'm telling you, man, have a look out for him, especially in the Champions League games. I actually think he can do a good job. He will impress, man. I actually think he will really impress Itakura. I rate him very high. I actually think we should have paid that 12 million just to get him. Why didn't we do that? If you really want good players for cheap, he's right there, Itakura. Top Japanese defender right there. And we didn't do it. It's such a shame because I was actually open to signing him. I really was. I was actually very open. I may have not mentioned it, but as much recently, but honest to God, when we were linked to them, I was like, we need to. Yeah, I know. Good. That's why I'm happy. That's the whole point of the extension. Good. It was, bro. Good. I want that decision to be made, and I guess they made it. Fantastic. Now I want him to be more involved in the first team. If he gets more involved in that first team, guess what? Now we got a player in our hands for the long run. And guess what? We don't have to worry about one position. Great. You see where I'm going with this? And not just that. Now that Musiala is out, hopefully he recovers, safely in that. You get me. Again, you know what? Since we're live, right? I want to actually create a lineup without play. I think I've already done this, but I want to actually do with on a Bayern team. So let's do this right now. Yeah, let's get out of here. Yeah, on Twitter. We don't need Twitter. Yeah. Well, I need to know how to introduce the bench. I don't know how to introduce the bench. Does anyone know how to add the bench in this thing? All right, we're here. All right, fuck ads. We don't need ads. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. Flip players. All right. So we're gonna play 4-2-3-1. That's like the most obvious thing on planet Earth. Like a Bayern München formation, for the most part, is always that is Bayern München law. Yeah, that's the law of being a Bayern München player fan. Sorry, being a Bayern München always. Anyway, so we have Neuer in goal. So you have Neuer. Right, now bench. Or big. Does it add the bench? Yeah, it does. Okay, so we have Neuer and Orbig there. Yeah? So that's what we have right now. So you have Neuer and Orbeck. Now, I'm not going to lie, because we have company and Limer's been performing, we let him start. Even though realistically, Kimmich should be right back, but he doesn't want to be. Fine. Now, here's the thing. We have, we're in a bit of a conundrum. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build our best 11. Or actually, no, I'm not going to build our best 11. I'm not going to build our best 11, actually. I'm going to build, you know what? Right now we have Bowie. I'll just put Bowie there. Realistically, he should be sold, by the way. But whatever. Realistically, he should be. Yeah, realistically, he should be. I mean, listen, anyone knows me, I actually like Sasha Bowie, you know? I actually think Sasha Bowie on the ball isn't really that bad. I just feel like his defensive awareness sometimes is actually not times, a good amount of times is very lackluster. And because it's very lackluster, yeah, it's one of those. All right, Davey's not going to be back till November. So what I will do is I'm going to put Stani here. I think Stanisic should be our starting left back. All right, Stanisic should be our starting left back until Davies is back. Actually, 1 second. I need to add the bench. And our bench option is Rafael Guerrero. Okay? To be fair to Guerrero, he does give something going forward, not defensively, but whatever. Anyway, now, my boy Jonathan Tah, my center back. Yeah, and we're going to put Ito on this side. We're going to put Hiroki Ito here. Yeah, that's when he's back. And then we're going to put Upamecano to start. Yes, see, even though I'm not the biggest fan, I will start him because he's been performing well. And I'm going to be putting back up. You know what? For now, Kim Min-jae, even though he's still Kim Min jackass. But to be fair, in preseason, he's not been that bad. Right? So this is our defense. This is what it looks like right now. Realistically, we need one more center back. I am not going to lie to y'all. Because you see this Ito brother doesn't stay fit. And he looks like he's going to be used as a left back option. Could be a center back option. Whatever. And Kim Min-jae, I mean, Achilles and overcommitting. I'm not moved still. I'm not going to lie. Upamecano, I'm still not moved for when it matters most. But he'll perform for most games. So, there you go. Now, and by the way, this is my starting 11 with what we have for right now. And I know Ito is not here available right now, just like Davies, but that just shows our options at the back. It is absolutely very, very minimal, and that's fucking awful. That's why I wanted a center back. Anyways, Kimmich obviously is going to start. He's obviously going to start. And you know what? I'm going to put actually. Yeah, actually, I'll do that. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why in a second. And you know what? Now, you guys are wondering, why are you doing it like this? It should be, realistically, it should be Joshua Kimmich and Pavlovich, not Joshua Kimmich and Bischoff. This guy has an injured eye socket, or whatever it is. He's recovering from that. The guy's had hella illnesses and all that shit. Because of that, and by the way, I wish him a speedy recovery, I can't be relying on him. Which is why it would have been nice if we had a midfielder in, but we don't. So it looks like we're going to start with either these two, or it's going to look like we're going to start with him and Goretzka that I put below him. But here's the thing. I don't think Goretzka should be starting anymore. This guy is not as good as he was before. The guy is a fucking fraud. There's a reason why Steve calls him LA Fitness Goretzka. Come on, man. Like, the guy should be gone realistically, but it looks like he's trying to perform out of his skin for a contract. Oh my god. But yeah, I would rather play this. Anyway. And then, actually, we'll get to this. On the right, Olise, obviously. Or actually, you know what? Let's put Olise. It looks like Gnabry is going to start. I would not do it. But, or actually, you know what I'm going to do? I have an idea. Fuck it. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Fuck this. Where's Leonard, Karl? He's not even there. Are you taking the piss? Brother. I'll just put Musiala there. Fuck it. But I'll just put Musiala there. Fuck it. Even though he's an injury boy, but yeah, let's put Diaz. Let's put Diaz here. Okay. And we have Kane. Now, Kane, if we ain't got really a backup. So now, here is the thing, guys. We're now in a situation. All right, pretend Musiala is Karl, okay? Don't actually think Musiala is playing there. I want Karl here. Yeah. Or actually, I have an idea. Let me make a switch. Because you guys are going to get so confused regardless. You guys won't listen to me. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to search for a random Karl and put him there. This Karl. I need a Karl. Guy, somebody name Karl, please. Shit. There's nobody named Karl? Fuck off. All right, then. We're just going to put Coman for the sake of for the fucking sake of it. Just put Coman there, yeah? Put Coman there. Yeah, just like how it was yesterday. Now over here, so Karl is going to be there. Yeah? I'm going to put here, bench. I'm going to put Nkunku. Because I think Nkunku will be the guy when he comes in. All right? I put Nkunku here because I think Nkunku will be that guy. Realistically, I would like for it to be Voltemada, but it's not. And over here, or actually, not even that. Actually, I have a, yeah, I'd probably do that. And over here, and actually, what I'll do, over here, I'll put, there's Gnabry still in the squad, isn't there? Let's put Gnabry. Put Gnabry. Because I think we get to Nkunku. Right? And Gnabry is going to be one option. Karl should start and Coman is an option, or Coman leaves and we get Nicolas Jackson, whatever. This is what I think we do. For the most part. Like, not all of it. I would love for it to be Wisdom Mike, but Wisdom Mike, I mean, I don't know if they're going to rush him into the squad because he's 16. But then again, I've seen Lamine Yamal and all them other players do it, so why can't he? You know? So, at least he is one of them that's talented, so you may as well give it a shot. Like, there's raw talent in there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I would really go with. So, you have Neuer with Orbit. You have Limer with Bowie. Although Bowie needs to go. I think we need a new right back. Oppa with Kim and Jay. Ta with Ito. Again, we need a center back. The shows right here that we need a center back. Stasic and Guerrero. Although it would have been not. And Davies, when he comes back, by the way, takes that spot. And then Kimmich, Pavlovic, because Pavlovic is not reliable. Bischoff, Goretzka. Again, we need another midfielder. You see the fact that I'm showing you all this? We need a midfielder. We need a center back. We need a right back. Left back, it's okay, I guess. I mean, it would have been better if we kept Esnu, but yeah, that is what it is. We need a new winger for getting rid of Coman. And we definitely will need a fucking 10. I'm not trying to rely on Gnabry, I'll be honest. I'm not even trying to rely on Kingsley Coman at all. I would actually love to sell Coman and Gnabry. Get them off the wage books. Go get me somebody. And then you have obviously Harry Kane. And you know what? I didn't put a backup for Kane, so you know what? I could see us get Jackson and he could be used on the left. So fuck it. We'll put Nico Jackson too. Yeah. Although realistically, what I would love for it to be is I would love for this backup option to be where is Jackson? So you put Kane here. So you put Kane here. And realistically, well, Kane. And then bench. This is realistically what I would want. But it doesn't look like we're going to get that. Big up, Lewis. Lewis, I'm trying to build a squad that we probably will have from now till these fuckers return. Look at this shit, bro. Does this move you? By the way, I would add Karl here, but I can't find his name. Does this shit fucking move you, people? Lewis, this is what we have to deal with, bro. This is what we have to deal with, guys. But hey, we're equipped, guys. Hey, listen, I hope Kingsley Coman leaves. I hope Gnabry leaves, but it doesn't look like he's leaving. It looks like Coman's more likely to leave than Gnabry. And if he goes to Nassr, great. And Nassr, I told you, pay up the money. And then it looks like we might go for Jackson. I hope we don't go for that Jackson, brother. Please. I don't want that Jackson, brother. Oh, my God. One problem to another. Fuck's sake. Anyway. The board said they won't do anything anymore on the summer, on the transfer this summer. Diaz can also play as backup striker for Kane. The only one who may still join Baltimore. But I'm not going to lie. I think we're going to go for Nkunku. I think we're going to go for Nkunku in the end. They have to go for somebody at the end. Yeah, I read this already. But Herbal says we are happy with the squad. Yeah, he can say he's happy all he wants, but that supervisory board meeting will tell a lot, I think. Hey, probably, yeah, true, Lewis. That is a good point. Hey, we'll talk more on Mia's on Mia show, brother. We will talk more. We shall talk more on that. So, yeah, it is what it is. Who should I redirect y'all to? Because I'm done here. I think I've done my job. Max Herbal, man. I'm telling you, the fact that they're satisfied with him is crazy work. Crazy work. Oh, Amar's live with Northside. I'll just redirect y'all to there. Nah, bro, we're good. Thank you very much. I'm good, bro. But yeah, listen. I'm going to send you over to Amar's channel. He's doing a Barcelona Arsenal show with him. Guys, Zeer Raid. And yeah, man, that's all about it. Guys, listen. You know what to do. Subscribe. Press alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way. Go check socials. And inshallah, you're well wherever you may be. Guys, in reality, we need Herbal to get this treatment. But I don't know if he's getting it anymore, bro. Take care. See you later. Zeer Raid on to Amar's stream.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
See you later.